Hello, everybody, and welcome to the J14 Gamecast, episode 22. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Sean. Today I'm here beside Brendan and Jeff. I almost mixed that up. Very close. Let's start off. We haven't had an episode posted in a bit, so I'm going to ask you all, what have you all been playing? Someone go.
I don't play games.
You don't play games? Okay, here we go.
I played the game where I killed John.
That's right. As you may have noticed.
John is dead.
No.
Rest in peace, John.
Jesus.
R.I.P. in peace.
Anyways, John is going to be not on the podcast that much. He's busy, and this is the only day we all can get together.
He's getting that fancy education.
He's gonna beeline it and
Wasting his life.
make so much more money than us in the near future.
I'd probably make games.
You'll see him on our other stuff that we have.
He will be here sparingly.
Yeah,
Sparingly.
he'll pop up now and then.
Yeah,
Until spring.
yeah, and then he'll be free and he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But other than that, what have we been playing?
Well, I know we've all been playing a little bit of, so this is kind of cool.
Spoiler: it's not Destiny.
Yeah, we've actually kind of hopped off the Destiny train a little bit. And I know I have. All of us have, yeah.
Yeah,
I know Jeff has.
Jeff did.
What?
He's been gone for
This might
so
be
long.
news to some people.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Destiny later.
Yeah.
But we've all been on board with the alpha.
Early
access.
Early access.
Yeah.
Pre-alpha. I don't know what comes before alpha in that.
Omega.
No, but that's alpha and beta together. Yeah, so.
But we've all purchased and been playing H1Z1 from Sony Online Entertainment.
Not anymore. That's
Segue.
More news later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daybreak.
Daybreak Game Company.
Game Studio?
Game Studio? Something like that.
Daybreak.
Daybreak. Anyways.
But yes, so we've that's been interesting. We're all big fans of the zombie MMO survival.
I don't know why.
We've bought in all three of them.
Well,
I don't know why we like
the premise
it.
is great because it's it's really popular right now. But the ones we've all played are terrible, basically. And
They're not terrible. They all have their own flaws that just make it a not enjoyable.
They have a lot of flaws.
And I think with the pros of all of those games, H1Z1 has kind of taken the pros from DayZ and ISS, and a lot of people don't like that game, but it has some great concepts in there, and they kind of merge those two together.
And it takes a bit of rust.
And it takes a bit of rust as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of merges all those together, and I think that's why we're kind of enjoying it a bit more than the previous games.
And we mentioned the term early access too, and that could be a whole other talking point in regards to either DayZ or ISS, War Z, whatever you want to call it.
It's ISS now.
ISS, I guess.
It's never going to be ISS to me.
I know, it's War Z.
But those games were definitely criticized for lacking so much content. H1Z1 is obviously early access, but I don't know, it feels very worth it for $20.
Yeah.
That's what early access games should be like.
They're
that's twice the content.
They're updating the hell out of that game.
Yeah, and the support for that is
There's patches almost every day.
There's already been almost 20 patches, I bet.
And the thing I like is they seem very in tune with the community, following their accounts and stuff. They make a change and they're like, "We did this. Tell us what you think of it."
Yeah.
And if you tell us if it sucks, tell us if it's good, and we'll use that to tweak the game. And obviously they can't listen to everything because they have to make the game that they
I do
want
feel
to make.
like that's been going on a little bit where people have been like, loot sucks. Okay, we add more loot. Oh my god, no, everyone. Okay, and then we I think we gotta get to a point where
that's the early access part, right?
Yeah.
They're playing with it, and if they find something that fits, they'll stick with it.
Yeah, I think they'll probably just get to a point where it's pretty close, and okay, we're gonna work on other stuff now.
And I think that's a good example of where early access is good and works, is rather than them just doing this all in themselves and making something they like, but they have no idea how other people are going to receive it, and then you just launch the game and it's like, oh shit, people hate this. It gives them a chance to get a good sample size and figure out what the audience wants, so that when they release the final product, there's a much better chance that it'll be a success and people get a chance to play it early.
Yeah, and we're kind of almost entitled to that, right? Like,
Yeah.
we've opted in. We're paying money for this early access to beta game.
Yeah.
So to have our input actually valued and listened to is...
But
Well, so
I think as long as they're upfront about what it is, because I saw some guy took 2 weeks off work and was complaining like it was like the first or second day that H1Z1 came out. He's like, took 2 weeks off work to play this, and the servers are always fucking down. And people are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? He took 2 weeks off work to play an early access game, and then they linked him to on the H1Z1 website. There's an actual like complete page that says what is early access, and it's like, hey, this is an early access game. The servers are going to come down a lot.
Yeah.
Things are not going to work.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was so funny. It was one of their first patches, and Brendan and I, we were playing.
Oh, yeah.
We signed off because they were going to do an update. So they did the update, turned the servers back on. As soon as Brendan and I jump in, big yellow ring. And
Yeah, I remember
You
that
couldn't
one.
see anything.
couldn't see anything. Brendan's dying
force
from
field
something
of
we
yellow
can't
light.
see. And so Brendan dies, and I'm like, well, screw this, logging
Yeah.
off. And as soon as I log off, I take a screenshot of it. I'm about to tweet it.
Yeah.
And the H1Z1 account, or H1Z1 account, whatever you want to call it, post this tweet, achievement unlocked, but one ring to rule them all. And it's like, we understand that. We know the yellow ring issue. We're fixing it.
Yeah, it was
pretty
good. It was
Yeah.
pretty, not to see everyone being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this fucking game, fucking developers, whatever." It is." People were like, "Oh my god, I'm Jesus!" Like,
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of screenshots and you're like, what the fuck's happening?
And then one of the developers tweeted, well, of course, the new conglomerate colors, and because that's what he uses in PlanetSide 2, which is another one of their games.
Yeah.
So it was they are having fun with it, and I think they're on top of things for the most part.
And they fixed it. They took it back down right away.
Yeah.
And a few hours later,
it was a few hours. Like, I think it didn't come out the next day. But what was cool about that is like.
They were telling everyone what's going on. It's like, this
just like
didn't
there
happen.
was no backlash. Where like I don't know if it's because of the brand name and who they are and stuff that caused, but like. Imagine if it happened with DayZ or Sledgehammer, who makes ISS. I can't remember.
That's not Sledgehammer.
No, Sledgehammer did Call of Duty. I can't remember who makes it. I know who you're talking about, though.
The developer name.
Yeah.
The hate would be.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think a lot of people appreciate how open they've been about this, and that's why they're more. Like ISS, the big problem was like they were really bad at communication.
Oh,
yeah, they were so tight-lipped and.
Yeah, just nobody really knew how or what they were doing or like what.
Yeah.
And then DayZ, I think the problem was they released the game as like standalone, and it was much worse than the mod.
So, to be fair, they did say that this was early access. They charged a lot for it. I think it was still like $39
for DayZ.
Yeah.
It was 30, I think.
It was like something
No,
30.
it was more than
Oh,
that.
was it?
Yeah, it was
I
more.
remember it being quite
Okay.
heavily priced.
But they said it was early access.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really talked about, since DayZ's come out, they haven't talked about when the end product is going to be.
It's been delayed a lot.
Yeah, so it's like...
They said recently it'll be 2016 at the earliest. Like, it won't
which
be
is
done this year.
mind-blowing to me, because... Well,
Not for
Rocket's
2015.
gone, isn't he? He's already... he's not touching
You
it.
mean
in
Dean
this-
Hall?
Yeah. I'll call him Rocket. That's what he goes by.
Really? Is he?
Okay.
Baller.
He's not. I don't think he's gone yet. He
He's
said he
back
was
to-
leaving, but
yeah.
he's helping them kind of.
Transition.
That's my phone. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's fine. I don't use it.
Yeah.
I don't text.
Yeah.
That's my bookmark.
Yeah.
Dean Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were going somewhere, and then you said your phone.
No, I said I think he was helping them transition.
Yeah.
So, but he's actually leaving because he was.
He's a starter, not a finisher.
He started with it, and then he was saying that
That's
he
his words, not
lacked. He was not motivated to do it, and then he was okay again, and then, so now he's leaving.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to be a part of the game anymore.
Eventually. Yes.
Eventually. It's kind of like what Notch did with Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he followed
But
it all the
he
way through.
fucking finished the game and had it sell like 100 million copies, and then left with all
I
of
was
his
gonna
money.
say-
No. I mean, like, he was already not working on Minecraft for a long time
I know.
before that
Yeah.
happened. So that's what I mean. Like, he gave it to the people
Okay,
in
yeah.
Mahjong, the rest of the people, and he said just.
But he was still associated with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
maybe
Jeff
that's how.
said,
That's
long
what he's
after
doing.
he was a multi-millionaire.
Yeah. Minecon's going to London this year.
Did you see the place Notch bought? It was it Jay-Z and Beyonce's old house?
I think so.
Yeah, he outbid them.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
And there was like he threw a big party there and stuff, and it's like, holy fuck, this place is crazy.
It's crazy.
They had there was like a sniper rifle room or something.
For a guy who left the business did he leave the business or is he starting over?
He might do some side stuff, but he's like this isn't. He didn't want to make big games and make.
So he's using that money to make.
He's
done. He's cashing in his chips. And he's just gonna fucking live it up for the rest of his life.
He's just gonna work on like whatever weird things he likes, and if they get big again, then he'll probably pawn those off too.
Yeah, because he was working on a first-person shooter. I don't know if you guys saw that.
There
was some early concept art posted.
He was doing, was it DreamHack where they code stuff for 24 hours? He does something like that. It's first person dungeon kind of thing. Mm-hmm. He makes a game during that time and he just posts it.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, he liked to do those.
But yeah,
weird events like that.
We sidetracked big time.
No, that's all right. I'm just checking the time.
Yeah. But other than H1Z1, because I'm just gonna steer it right back in. Mm-hmm. Anything else you played? You played a little Destiny.
A little bit, yeah. Same old. Crota hard mode has come out.
Yeah.
You guys do it yet?
We haven't. We've tried.
I've gotten to Crota a couple times.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's they fixed it enough where that is a challenge.
Yeah.
And I've actually watched some playthroughs of some some fire teams do it through it properly, and it's pretty cool. Those strategies don't work in normal mode. That's the shitty thing. Seeing it in hard mode makes it seem a lot cooler, versus Atheon or Vault of Glass, which was, in my opinion, still a much better raid. And
you know what? I was just going to ask you, and I kind of feel the same way.
The consensus, I haven't played it, but the consensus I've seen is that Vault of Glass was
vastly
it was
more puzzle stuff, I guess, more stuff to figure out.
Just everything. It was just a lot more complex.
It was longer.
And that too, and there was a lot more length to it. Like the Templar fight is pretty much the same as the Crota fight. There's actually more to the Templar fight than the Crota fight.
That's true. But I think a lot of people Bungie kind of took in the consensus and they didn't like the oracles and stuff. So I think that's why they didn't have that kind of stuff. Minus the big oversoul in Crota.
It's weird though, because that was cool. Like,
I liked it.
It's only in the raid, which is kind of how raids
maybe that's
stuff work,
our Dark Souls.
But they said that they've realized and they've accepted the feedback from Crota Crota's End. That's the name of the DLC.
Yep, Crota's End.
That they're not going to make this mistake with House of Wolves, which is the next DLC, which I think is coming out either the end of this month or March.
I think it's March.
I heard May.
Really? For House of Wolves?
That was the last rumor I heard, just either earlier today or the other day, and people were like, "That's way too long." Because that seems like a long gap in between content.
So I think what's going to happen, it may be May, and if it is May, they may be throwing some other content in there in between.
Okay.
And it might be like smaller content packs, not like you get a
because they had
raid,
the Queen thing or whatever before the first expansion.
Yeah,
right?
That was an event.
But I'd be fine with that to tie us along if as long as it's not Iron Banner.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's really just like copy paste.
Yeah.
This is what everyone likes. So it'd be nice if they make some unique.
Because as soon as I played the first Iron Banner, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Mm-hmm. 3 more times after that, it was
Iron
cool, Banner,
and it would have been okay for another event, and then maybe another Iron Banner. Happy with that.
Was just always Iron Banner?
Yeah,
they've done 3 in a row.
Oh, okay.
Like the Queen stuff happened 3 weeks after the game came out.
That was October,
maybe
right?
2 weeks, and everyone really enjoyed that, and it was different and whatever, and now it's only been Iron Banner.
Yeah.
But so hopefully, House of Wolves will be better.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's a new exciting raid. Maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know if everyone saw there was a leaked PowerPoint slide showing the.
So that's what I was alluding to.
Mm-hmm.
That was taken way before Destiny came out.
Okay.
So,
but the first 2 expansions.
Were still legit.
Yeah.
Project Comet.
Yeah, because that just shows it's the 2 expansions are shown as just little pictures.
Yeah.
Project Comet is shown in a retail PS4 box.
Yeah.
And it had a higher price point, I think 40 on it as well.
So like a full expansion.
Yeah, exactly, which is what a lot of people I think thought those other ones would be.
Yeah.
And they ended up feeling like substantial DLC, I guess, but not really like a full. Like an expansion, you'd think like a new area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a whole new planet or 2 or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
maybe it's on a comet. Maybe you go to a comet.
The day of the week, it's at different locations.
I don't
know. No? Okay.
No, sure.
Anyways.
I mean, it shuts you down there. Kind of sound like an asshole.
You're the one editing this episode, so maybe you can fix that. Okay, you're gone.
I'm caught up in this cord. I actually can't leave. It'd just be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Laptop goes flying.
Oh, God.
I'll just stay here.
Yeah. What else?
I
That's it?
Has been...
It's only been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Needs to start Dragon Age. I keep thinking
God.
about Dragon Age.
Yeah.
I do.
He beat it, so...
Which is impressive.
Yeah. Well, out of all of us, he tends to beat more games. We played like...
but Jeff
But I still don't play a lot.
he likes to power through them.
Yeah.
It depends on the game. I mean,
I like to say
the Mass Effect games, I did literally every single quest. The problem I had with Dragon Age is there was just too much filler. And you guys will see that. Well, you might not agree. I think you'll see the same thing when you progress. Like I played most of Origins. I didn't play Dragon Age 2, so I can't speak for that. But just this game, there's so much MMO style. Because like traditionally BioWare's games, even the side quests are really, really interesting and have good.
I wonder if that's the difference then, because that's how I felt about Origins. Like I did everything because it was all interesting. You know,
and I felt that way about Origins. The Mass Effect games, all the side quests, there was cool characters and little side stories, and Bethesda's pretty good with that. A lot of the Fallout and Skyrim stuff, like lots of those side stories, are quite interesting.
Right.
But Dragon Age, just I mean, it's not like they just drop it on you. They still give you context for it, but
it's not the same.
It felt like filler, and there's a lot of filler stuff that I'm not used to from BioWare games. Like every region has like those shards. It's almost like Ubisoft.
But do you think, because when BioWare first started doing that in their games, that wasn't really a thing?
Well, maybe, but I don't think it needs to be a thing, and I don't know why they went. I think they just put it in there to artificially say, yeah, it'll take you 200 hours to do everything. Okay. But it's like, I don't want to do everything. Like I didn't just do the main quest. I did a good chunk of side content in that game. Less towards the end, but the first half, I was doing tons of side stories and side quests and stuff.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, because now we have all these games that have all these side quests that prolongs it. Now I think we just have it saturated. So maybe that's why you're not like, oh, do we need it? Because you were playing through Assassin's Creed games, which are infamous for that. So maybe, do you think it's like a... Well,
and if you mentioned Assassin's Creed, and that worries me, because that's how I felt about Assassin's Creed. It's like the side missions are like literally just to fill out, a total...
Which is why I played through Unity. I did not do a single side mission.
Yeah.
All I did was the campaign ones.
But I just think we've come to that point where all these games are doing it. We see it all the time. That maybe, like, the great stories that we used to love, they're still hidden in there, which you found. There's just so much other stuff that it's like...
I think they could have cut the amount of quests in half and kept the good ones, and then there's just... Like I said, it's mostly the collectible stuff, the shards, the problem, like a lot of the stuff that requires you to collect herbs and little plants and stuff, you have to keep clicking L3 to discover, and it feels like half the time you're just fucking running around looking at the ground, click, 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 to try and find... You probably ran into that a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just, like, it's still a great game. It's just... I don't think there needed to be...
that much of...
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, you don't have to... Well, you kind of do... That's the other thing I didn't like, is how they had the power requirements, so... To do certain side quests, you need a certain amount of power. The only way to get power is to do side stuff. So it's like you can't progress in the main quest unless you've done
enough
side stuff.
They almost force you to do the notorious stuff to do the engaging side quests.
But that's
to be fair, you get power pretty quickly. Like, you don't have to do... If you're just doing a little bit of side stuff here and there, you'll be fine for the most part.
If you just close the... Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name.
The Rift.
The Rift.
Yeah, the Rift.
If you just close rifts, you get power.
Yeah.
So, and you can tie those into missions however you want to do it. So,
yeah, sorry, you guys were talking about Dragon Age, and then I just kind of jumped in.
I don't know if we were. I was
saying that I want to play Dragon Age.
Oh, okay.
But that's all I've been playing. Destiny and H1Z1.
Sweet. Jeff, what have you been playing?
I beat the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, played through the campaign in a week.
Another game?
Advanced Warfare.
How'd you like it?
It was really good. With an asterisk.
I like it. It was really
good? Fun. How's that?
Okay.
It was a very fun campaign. I played half of Ghosts and just...
Shut it off?
It was just... The campaign was just boring. And I know a lot of people don't play campaigns, but I checked the trophies for Advanced Warfare. 30% of people have beaten the game, so 1 in 3 people are actually playing through the campaign. It was good. It was pretty lengthy. There was quite a few missions. They were really fun. It made cool use of gadgets. The only thing is, well, I guess it's kind of a Call of Duty thing. It felt like it was playing itself at times.
I've heard really that was more noticeable in this game than the others.
Yeah, well, I played half a Ghost and I didn't feel it in that. In this one, I really felt it. There's a lot of set pieces where it's like, literally like, I'm not really doing anything. Like, there's one sequence where you're on these hover bikes and you hop on the hover bike. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to drive a hover bike. And the captain's like, leave it on autopilot for now. And then so I'm just like sitting there and my bike's driving itself and I'm kind of just like, looking around.
Taking in the
And
scenery.
which is weird because then later in that same mission you get to drive the hover bike. Whatever. But no, it was really fun. It's just the dialogue and story was... There's some really cringy... Which sucks because they got Kevin Spacey and he's so badass, but they give him like...
And Troy Baker, too. So.
It's like they tried... And it takes itself too seriously. Like, it tries to do this, like... I don't know. It feels like
every first-person shooter game.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's exclusive to Call of Duty, but I think they'd be better off if they almost went... Because it's some of the stuff that is so ridiculous. Maybe some people feel differently. I
know, I feel the same way.
When you get story... Like, we have really good storytelling in some games now that stuff like this really sticks out. Like, there's one where... Are you guys going to play Call of Duty, or can I spoil it?
I want to play it. I have it on my PS4. It's sitting there.
Do you want to play?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I won't spoil. There's just one... Okay, I can't talk about it.
No, it's all good.
But no, like the campaign was really varied. There was some cool gameplay stuff in it. Tons of different levels. They had like a nice stealth level mixed up. There's like your traditional like a mech level or something. And,
okay.
Like it felt a lot more diverse than Ghost did. So it was definitely the only other I played through all of the first Modern Warfare's campaign.
You haven't played through a Modern Warfare campaign since then?
Nope, because I didn't have I had Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I bought Modern Warfare 2, I think, with you guys when we were in Nate. I
Yep.
played like half of that campaign, got bored of it, didn't care much for the multiplayer, and I haven't bought a Call of Duty since until Ghosts. And boy, was that a good time to jump back in.
Oh boy.
Should have known. Launched Call of Duty.
I know.
Not good.
Yeah.
But no, it was really,
Says
really
all
good.
three of us that bought it.
Yeah.
I played a bit of multiplayer with Brendan at launch, and I liked what I played.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to buy the new
Zombies.
the DLC. Yeah. And you were asking, because remember you said before that it was weird that all the other games came with this mode, and this one is being sold as DLC?
Yeah.
There is an extinction mode, or like a horde mode that ships with the game. This is an extra thing.
Yeah. So it's like DLC for a
So it does
mode.
come with, it's not zombies, but it does come with its own equivalent of whatever those games came with.
Yeah.
But now they're adding another zombie mode on top of that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a different dev. It's Sledgehammer, so they've never done... This is their first Call of Duty. But it's cool. They went and got they got Bill Paxton, John Malkovich.
I wouldn't say their first Call of Duty because they helped with Modern Warfare for when...
Port.
No. They were...
Modern Warfare 4.
Well, it's their first fully developed on their own.
Well, the last one. 3, 4, 3, whatever. Advanced Warfare, Modern
Okay,
Warfare,
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
They when oh my god, now I'm forgetting. Infinity Ward kind of blew up.
Yeah.
They were the ones kind of pushing the Modern Warfare along in the background.
Yeah. They helped, but this was like
this is the first one.
Yeah.
Of like all alone doing their own thing.
But yeah, they got all those big actors, and it seems like it's got a pretty funny kind of story. And again, I like that it doesn't take itself too seriously. And that's where I was saying, I think their campaign would be better off. Did you ever see any of Bad Company for Battlefield?
Oh, I love Bad Company.
I think they'd be better off going almost like or like 22 Jump Street, like go spoof of action,
Right.
rather than taking themselves too seriously.
It's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
Because the one other series that comes to mind that decided to go that route is now screwed with storytelling because
I know because they went away from that
so far
Yeah.
into one side that now they're like, okay, world doesn't exist. We just did a musical DLC.
Yeah.
And now we are effed. So it's kind of interesting to see you say that. This other thing, which would work, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they're Saints Row is one of them.
Yeah.
Because they were lined up being serious with GTA, and then like, no, we're gonna make
Go
it
totally in that
totally opposite direction, which worked for 3. It worked for 4 to a degree.
People felt like in 4 they took it too far.
Yeah, and then they put out.
So their DLC is a musical?
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot
Gat
of
Out of
musical
Hell.
Get Out of Hell. Nathan Fillion's the voice of God.
That's
It's
amazing.
Almost like as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I almost have to buy Saints Row the 4. Like Saints Row 4. So I was, but yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, no,
weird tangent.
It's just the stuff that happens is so over the top. You
Yeah.
can't take it seriously any. So I figured just like why not just embrace that and just go even crazier and just because the action in it, it's fun and it's awesome. And I think they'd have if they stopped trying and keep it grounded, they would have more freedom to go. Don't go Saints Row. You never go full Saints Row.
Never go full Saints Row.
That's just it because Call of Duty always has like this serious tone to it.
I
Like,
almost want to
Yeah,
see.
I think it worked for the first Modern Warfare. Like, did you play that campaign?
No,
I
but
did.
it is.
The sniping mission in Chernobyl with the ghillie suits was fucking amazing.
Yeah. They
Like,
tried
the atmosphere there was
they
really
tried to
good.
recapture that in Modern Warfare 2.
But see, like Battlefield's almost taking on more of that serious role, right?
But
Yeah.
that's the problem. Those stories in both games fall flat.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, the writing's just not good enough to make you care about the characters, and then they have like these moments where it's like, yeah, it happens in Advanced Warfare 2 where like someone dies, and it's like the game's, you can tell the game wants you to like be emotional, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't even know who that was.
Isn't it the beginning of the game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah.
And then in Ghost, there's like a whole the father and son story. 'Cause you, oh my god,
It's so bad.
it's time to earn the mask. Anyways, so I played that. I beat Resident Evil twice. Once with Jill.
Twice?
Wow.
Yeah, fucking going hard. I beat it with Jill on easy, and it was way too easy. So then I played it with Chris on normal, and it was still too easy. But I'm not going to play it again, at least not right now.
All right now. Especially with
Chris is their true Resident Evil. Jill feels like cheat mode. I just want to throw that out there.
So is there like a hard or a very hard mode for Chris?
Yeah, so when you start the game, you can't pick a difficulty. It gives you a little quiz. So it's like, what type of experience do you want? And then you can pick like, I just want to relax and not worry about anything.
No.
And then there's another one where it's like, I want a brisk hike, but nothing too strenuous. And then the top one's like,
yeah, I remember that.
yeah, and its top one's like mountain climbing. I want to climb a fucking mountain. So it really
Yeah,
is.
right
The
about
mountain is
Chris.
normal. Well, it's actually different. I think in the GameCube, mountain was hard. The middle one was normal, and the last one was easy. And this one, apparently, it's actually normal, easy, and very easy. They added a very easy option, I think. I didn't know that.
Do you
I
have to
picked the
play as
last one because
Barry?
I typically play games on easy because I suck at them. So yeah, I ended up picking very easy. It was just ridiculous. I had like handgun ammo like falling out of my pockets and herbs everywhere, and like I was never in danger of dying.
Oh.
So yeah, I played very easy with Jill, and then once you beat the game, once you unlock hard mode, so you've got very easy, normal, and hard. I didn't quite go hard. I went normal with Chris
Never
because
go
Chris
full hard.
gonna leave that one alone. Chris himself is harder. Jill has a lockpick that can open certain doors. With Chris, you actually need to explore and find old keys, which you then use
Oh, okay.
to unlock
So that
those
explains
doors.
why, as you're a Jill, you always find weird doors that never led to anywhere because you didn't need to use them.
No, every door gets unlocked or used at some point. It's just a different order. But if Jill finds a door that is locked or needs one of these keys, she can just pick the lock. She doesn't need to go find the old key. Well, with Chris, you get to the door and you can't go through there, and it makes it difficult because there's some doors that are really good shortcuts to places, and you can't unlock them until further in the game when you get the key. Jill has 8 inventory slots. Chris only has 6, which means with Jill, you can you're always carrying around like your handgun and then your handgun clips, but you can carry around like a second weapon and some health items and stuff. With Chris, because the game is very puzzle heavy,
Yeah.
so you're always carrying around 1 or 2 puzzle items. And then if you have your gun and some ammo, you only have like 1, and you need to leave a spot or 2 open in case you find stuff to pick up. So with Chris, I found quite often I couldn't carry a health item, so you have to be a bit more careful because if you get hurt or something, you don't have anything
Yeah.
to heal yourself with. So, yeah, Jill's like a good first time experience, but I feel like it's not the real. Chris feels like the way, and I think in the original one, maybe not the director's cut, but like the very first Resident Evil Biohazard,
Yeah.
I think if you pick Jill, that was like easy mode, and Chris was designed
Oh.
as hard mode. That's what I read. I think
Interesting.
so. So yeah, I played that.
I always get them mixed up between that Resident Evil 2. Because Resident Evil 2 is Jill
What?
and Leon, right?
No, Leon and Claire Redfield.
Yeah, Claire Redfield.
3 is Jill again
Oh, that's what
with
it is.
Nemesis, and
Right.
that takes place kind of at the same time as Resident Evil 2, just a different part of the city
Yeah.
or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I watched the retrospective from game trailers.
Huh.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and that's
That's
how I
cool.
know that because I haven't really sat through and played a full.
Fuck, they need to
own all
reboot
of
that
them.
series, man. The lore is so...
Yeah, it's all over the
It's a
place.
disaster.
Yeah,
It's very confusing.
Yeah. But no, great game. Yeah, it's just the way the whole mansion connects together, and I wouldn't say like Dark Souls, but it's one of those you find shortcuts. Like you go somewhere and then you unlock a door that was locked before, and it's easier to get back. And there's
Right.
lots
Oh,
of
okay.
yeah. So there's similarities there. It's really brilliant. I know there was something else I played. Oh, I played Life is Strange. John played it as well. He's not here. Rest his soul.
Once again, not really dead.
He could be. We don't know that.
We talked
Have
to
you-
him earlier today.
That was hours ago.
It takes a few minutes, man. To try this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that's
Wow. I want to
saying.
switch spots.
you could kill a man with your pinky. No, yeah. So Life is Strange. It's just a downloadable title. I'd say like well, you guys didn't play Gone Home. It's like a mix between a Telltale game and kind of Gone Home. So story driven. Your choices matter. You walk around. Not much puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Just talking to people, moving the story along, and your progress carries forward. It's episodic, 5 episodes in this season, so you'll see how your choices play out later down the line. The cool thing is like the premise. It's like you're at you're not. I thought it was high school at first. Apparently, it's like
It's a university or something?
it's like a quasi university college.
Yeah.
It's some special arts school, but it's for like 18. The students are basically 18.
Yeah, they
So
are.
it has some of that.
Sorry.
You should be. It's got like some of that kind of high schooly drama stuff, but the characters are all really well written. And the cool thing is the main character very early discovers she can rewind time, so you can like.
She's the Prince of Persia.
Princess.
Of Persia.
She could be the prince. I don't know. Anyways,
I've seen that haircut.
it's the worst podcast ever.
We've been gone for a while. Leave me alone.
So yeah, you could like have a conversation with someone, and then depending on how they react to it, you can actually like back it up. And it's not just for conversations. There's like certain things in the game that happen where you're like, oh, it fucked up, and you can kind of.
Yeah.
It's not totally like you can't rewind as far as you want. The game basically tells you how far and in what certain scenarios you can do it. But it's kind of a neat twist. And the thing I was saying to Sean earlier before we started the podcast is. It's not like there's not a clear-cut good and bad decision. I felt like with a lot of Telltale games, I like say something to Kenny, and he's like, "Oh, you're a fucking piece of shit," and I'm like, "Well, pissed him off." Yeah. But yeah, these ones like a lot of times you say something or make a decision, and there's no like good or bad. It's both of them kind of have pros and cons, and I'm never sure if I'm making the right choice.
I feel like that reminds me kind of The Wolf Among Us, where you would do something and you wouldn't find out until maybe a couple episodes later.
Yeah,
that choice was like, oh
shit, I fucked up.
So that's what when I heard that you played it, I watched a couple videos on it. There's a very funny Easter egg. I don't know if you saw it.
I don't know if I did.
The Final Fantasy.
Yeah. There's like a TV go up to. It's like, wow, what a tasty plasma.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could watch Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
I don't care what anyone says. That's the best movie ever.
This game is published by Square Enix. So it's kind of a funny little self-referential. Side note: I actually liked The Spirits Within.
So did I.
Okay, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best movie ever, but I enjoyed it. I know. Podcast over. Flipping this countertop.
Bolted to the wall. God damn it!
Wait, so you're saying that... Oh, shit, what's it called? The Final Fantasy VII...
Oh, no, that's
Advent
awesome.
Children?
Advent Children.
Yeah.
We're not going to go down this road. Clearly, this is derailing our... Anyways.
Moving on. You played that game. We didn't talk anything else of it.
Yeah.
What have you played, Sean?
Glad you asked. We're almost like a half hour into the podcast.
Perfect.
That's
I
fine because we got
finally-
no fucking news.
That's true. It's like as we've been talking, I'm like, oh yeah, this happened.
Video
So I've been
games.
adding stuff.
Oh, okay.
I've been playing H1Z1, playing some Destiny. We don't need to talk about those anymore. I started up Witcher 2.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did. And I made the very stupid mistake of doing the tutorial with the controller. I was playing on PC. And it came out for the 360, and the port was and all that.
I forgot the controls. Yeah, the control
controls-
scheme is really tough, isn't it?
And it was so buggy. I'm like trying to attack someone. It was like, do this, parry this counter. Fucking a half hour of trying to parry this guy. I finally did it, and it was like
you're just
the same.
bad.
No, the same thing over and over again. Same timing, same thing. It's like, yeah, a little image is supposed to pop up on their chest. Never fucking popped up. So I switched to keyboard after doing the tutorial. So much easier. I just had to
Okay.
teach myself the controls.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I've just heard that. Those
I've heard the
games are
controls
tough.
are really weird.
Yeah, I don't know how it is on the 360, but the PC, it just didn't like it. So I played that. I booted up Starbound, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Testing out the controller, the tutorial, because they changed a bit of that. What else have I played? I've switched back to playing. I want a free copy of the last Dragon Ball Z game.
Right.
Battle of Z.
I think, that is what it's called.
I see you playing it all the time. It's usually late at night.
Yeah, so I have it on my Vita. I won it from IGN. Thanks for that. And so I've been playing that. And
True story. I won a contest from IGN once.
oh yeah,
When Black Hawk Down came out, the movie with Josh Hartnett, the
yeah,
amazing movie.
I know that movie.
Yeah, there was a game called Delta Force Black Hawk Down, which I think was part of a Delta Force video game series,
Oh yeah.
but tied in with the movie, and it was actually an amazing game.
Oh okay.
But I won a contest from IGN. I got a T-shirt.
What?
I got the game, and I got one of those Z boards. Or
I just got an
Z-boards
email from Night
that have they like fold out and have swappable keys.
What?
You never seen those?
No.
It's like a base keyboard. This is kind of before. I don't know. Yeah, I think
Real
they have
keyboards.
Yeah, these were really popular for a while. So it's like a base keyboard, but this thing kind of it folds into like a Z basically. This whole key thing comes out, and you got different ones you can buy that are swappable, and it's got like customized for whatever game.
What?
So like if you're playing World of Warcraft, it's got like all your hotkeys like with icons on them for certain attacks, or
Oh, that's cool.
like for Delta Force, they'll have like a pistol icon here because that's your pistol, and it's
crazy.
kind of cool.
yeah.
So yeah, I won that. Just a little side note.
Yeah,
Great
sweet.
game.
No, I played that a bit. I'm kind of excited for Dragon Ball Xenoverse, so kind of easing myself back into the DBZ.
A lot of
world.
people are excited for that.
I know.
It makes me cut because I've never played an actual Dragon Ball Z game. It looks like they're so much fun.
Budokai 2 or
Yeah,
3. One of the Budokai games were really
But
good.
that's like the open world ones. Those are the cool. It's not just the side scrolling, right?
No,
That was-
that was Ultimate Tenkaichi, which I think I said that right. Which is like it kind of has like you're still a fighting game,
Yeah.
but you're fighting this way rather than this way, and I thought that was so cool. And then they're doing that again with Xenoverse. So
Yeah, and then like, you can actually fly around a little bit and stuff. Can't you?
yeah, you can punch people through buildings.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Good.
You could do anything.
You can,
You could do anything. You can literally fly.
you can get someone on your back. You can drive.
You can drive off the freeway.
Take that exit. We were watching Key and Peele before.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Shout out to Key and Peele.
I don't know why I did that. Anyways, that's all I've been playing.
Okay.
So about 40 minutes into this podcast,
Boom, news.
let's go into the news.
I like it.
Not a lot of news. So much so that we decided
Moving
to,
on to talking.
so much so that we decided to put the new PlayStation Plus free games in the news.
It's pretty good this month, though.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about them. I can't pronounce the first one.
Apotheon.
Apotheon. There we go.
PS4.
PS4. Transistor. PS4.
I should get that because that's a good one.
Yeah, Jeff
I
bought
bought it a couple weeks ago. Now it's free.
Yep.
Fucking A.
How do you feel about that?
I'm happy to support a good dev.
Yeah, of course.
Secretly bitter.
A
A little bit bitter.
For the PS3, we got Thief. For the PS4, yeah, I heard bad things.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
And I love the Thief series too.
for the PS3 again, we got Yakuza 4. I think that's the first time coming to the West, right? Or am I completely off on that?
No, I think it's already been.
Completely
There was
off.
one Yakuza 5 is the one that they finally announced being localized
That's
at
what it was.
PSX.
Okay.
That's not here yet, but yeah, Yakuza 4 free.
Is that like GTA style?
I honestly have no idea what Yakuza is, but it's a huge fucking deal. Like people love those games, and I don't know.
We could do a couch play.
I know I was reading Shenmue was kind of like GTA before GTA was a thing,
Oh.
because people love that series too. But neither one of those series I'm very familiar with. Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, that's coming out for everything because it's cross-buy and it's fucking awesome. I have it on PC. Instant regret that I bought it for PC.
Rogue Legacy? That's not Star Wars, is it?
No.
That's Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. Best
I was
game
clear.
on the N64 or GameCube?
Rogue Squadron? That was 60.
Rogue Squadron 2 was GameCube.
I knew it.
Rogue Leader.
Rogue Leader. Yeah, I'm super happy about that because I want to play that on my Vita, PS4, all the fun stuff. And then for the PS Vita, the free game is Kick and Finick.
Never heard of it.
Was that the one you and John keep talking about?
Nope. I didn't know this was a game before I read it. So
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me just
So-
keep going. I'll just
You're
grab
gonna
my phone
untangle
off the
yourself?
floor here and
Oh,
look
okay.
up.
he's gonna look it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the PS Plus games, free games for the month. Brendan and Jeff, I know you guys are big Halo fans. Got some bad news. Master Chief Collection beta, even though the game's been out for a bit. I don't know why they have a beta patch.
Is this
So-
supposed to be the Halo 5 Guardians beta?
No, they already had that beta. They announced a beta program for Master Chief Collection that you can sign up for.
So doing the beta while you put the full game out.
Yeah, so
It's a new
they're
thing.
trying to fix the game. So they've introduced a beta program for the patches to fix the game.
Well,
Because rather than making things worse, they want people to beta test because a lot of their updates have actually
so
broken
rather
more stuff.
than getting Q&A testers that they should have had before they launched the game.
To be fair, this is a good thing. A lot of games beta test their patches or their major updates.
For sure.
So,
But yeah.
yeah, I know.
That's interesting. That's
But you say all these good things about it. It's delayed indefinitely.
Yeah, it was supposed to hit last. Like I've just decided not to touch much of the game until it's all. I just want to play it. Like I'm patient. I got a million other games to play. I just want to
Yeah.
play it when it's all fixed. I've never played much Halo multiplayer. I played a bit of 4 with you guys, but
That's
I
awesome.
want to actually just check out 2 and see what it's all about, or 3, which Brennan loves. But I don't want my experience with it to be soiled.
especially 2 because it's
Two's the
redone, it's
best.
remastered.
Yeah.
So in this edition.
So I just want to wait, and I just want to play it as it was intended. But
Yeah.
it's taking a while, and it's dropped out of the top 10 Xbox Live games.
Of course it has, because no one can play it.
Well, I know it's just sad, and I'm
Just too
worried that
bad because I saw MLG players. Cause I used to follow Halo 3 MLG, so I knew a lot of those players, and then some of them played Halo 2, and all of those 2 groups are playing this. They're playing LAN mostly.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that's the only thing that works.
Yeah.
But to see like Halo 2 maps and Halo 2 gameplay play like Halo 4, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I've heard that it works a lot better if you're playing by yourself, like just single person going in trying to join games. It's when you're in a party that everything gets even more. Like, it's not perfect when you're by yourself, but the real fuck ups. But that's what a lot of people are doing. They have a bunch of friends that got the game,
Yeah.
and they're trying to party up. And it's like if you fail to join a match, it boots everyone out of the party.
That's what even in the original Halo 3 matchmaking,
Yeah.
that was the single biggest problem is that if you were in a party,
Yeah.
they would typically only try to find other players in parties.
In parties,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you were on your own, yeah, it was great because they just find 8 random people on their own. And
Yeah.
put them
Lone
in 2
wolf.
teams.
That's all they play.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since then, and I think people just figured they had this shit sorted out.
Yeah,
Because
but
they did well with
Mm-hmm.
the other game that they did.
yeah, I mean, it still worked really good. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
given the time.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there was a big patch supposed to hit last week, but they've delayed it indefinitely now with no word on when it'll hit. So, who knows when that game will be fixed? It's going on November, December,
2 months.
January 3,
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, coming
That's
up.
crazy.
So,
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it was supposed to be like a real Xbox One helper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Xbox is not doing that shabby, though. It's
No,
just-
I mean, yeah, they sold. We didn't talk about it, but for the MPD, which tracks sales in the U.S.,
Xbox is leaving.
top for November, December,
Yeah.
and they've permanently lowered the price now as well.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the whole.
Which is kind
so
of
it's-
funny because it's like they stopped the sale price, went back up.
Mhm.
People bought at the new price.
Yeah,
Like
and then
couple
they
weeks
lowered
later,
it like a few days
permanently lowered, and it's just like
Yeah, it went back up for like a week, and then
Yeah.
I'm guessing they saw sales drop off a cliff.
yeah.
So
But yeah, I think they'll fix it. It's just kind of funny that it's
What it is, I want to know when Halo 5 comes out. Oh man,
I hope they fix this before Halo 5. Because that's the thing that we talk about with some developers who will remain nameless. Their game is still broken, and they're already thinking of making a sequel. That they've had their hands on Halo, but they've never done that before.
mhm.
So
yeah. I'm hoping that Halo
Destiny's
5
still
comes
broken,
out. There's an actual Halo bundle with like the Master Chief Collection. There's like a download digital code including because
that's a big digital download.
well,
It's a tricky thing. Like, so another good suggestion I saw was that once it's all fixed, maybe they can release the multiplayer for the Master Chief Collection free to Gold members because they do their games with Gold Live.
That would be interesting because that's
But
all everyone's going to
when
play.
you have to find a balance between like getting it out there and maybe showing some goodwill to people, but then the people that paid for it on day one, all of a sudden you're giving this away for free to everyone else.
yeah.
And it's one thing if it works at launch. It's like, yeah, you paid for it, but you got to play it for like 6 months or a year before everybody else. But it's like if it doesn't work for half a year,
Yeah.
then it gets fixed and you can finally play it, and then it's free for everyone. That's kind of
No, that won't work.
yeah. So I mean, they're giving. It's nice of them to throw in whatever ODST campaign they said they're gonna.
Yes,
They've remade that too for Xbox.
they're
One?
they're going to be remaking it. And
They announced they're working
So
on it, and
happy that's
as like
going
a thank you or whatever for your patience, anyone who bought Master Chief Collection gets it free. But a lot of people were like, "Well, that's great," but because they said they're like, "Yeah, we're already working on this." A lot of people are like, "Well, that's cool, but why the fuck are you working on another campaign when this game is broken as shit?"
But we've been noticing that a lot of publishers and developers are doing that.
Yeah,
It's just the way the business is now.
I hope it all works out because that series deserves better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole idea is like a really good remake. So it'd be like starting up like an Uncharted remake or a Mass Effect remake or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So
Speaking of awesome games, a new game was slightly announced.
Yeah, it was announced like in stages. First they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you can go ahead."
Yeah, well, as what it says here, Take-Two is publishing Borderlands 3 next gen only, and the sad part, you might not like it. The main writer, he's gone. He left.
From
Adam
that's too
Birch.
bad.
Yeah.
He didn't do the first one. I think he did Borderlands 2.
He did
and the
Borderlands
pre-sequel.
2 and the pre-sequel. He got another gig for the Rocket
Hulu.
Jump on Hulu.
Yeah.
So their big show that they're doing there, he's the lead writer for it. And one of his funny, I was reading tweets because I've followed him and the other show that he does, Hey Ash, What You Playing? Because he writes that. He has a really great meta episode transitioning back into writing those episodes from Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know how to write Borderlands 2. And then he was doing really well with Hey Ash, What You Playing? And then he comes back and he can't write Hey Ash, What You Playing? So it's kind of a funny
It's
joke.
funny
there.
how that she ends up in Borderlands too a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, he made a tweet. He's like, "Hey, I might be back here in 6 months, so just heads up, because I might fall and burn." But yeah, so yeah, they're getting a new writer. I don't know who that is, but I'm excited for that. When I
Keep it fresh.
Yeah, keep it fresh, and I'll have to play through Borderlands all over again, and Borderlands 2, because when I created my computer, guess what I
He did
did?
the same thing John did.
Formatted my
How three of
drive.
you not deleted your data at one point for that game now? You did
No,
something to your
mine
character.
wasn't my fault.
The game fucked it up?
Yeah.
Mine wasn't my fault.
You formatted your computer.
Because the Future Shop special computer that I had wouldn't allow me to plug my hard drive into a toaster and pull the data off of.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah. Never buy a fucking computer from a place all built because they screw you over hugely. Couldn't use my motherboard because of that, so I had to go out and
I
spend.
guess they make it all proprietary for a reason.
Yeah, kind of a bitch. So I
Okay,
formatted
so
the
now
whole
your
thing.
fault, I'm sorry. John, you
John
fucked
deleted
up.
it.
Yeah,
John fucked up.
I think we've all deleted our data from one major game at least at one point. Which is,
Yours was funny though.
mine was heartbreaking.
What game was that?
Dark Souls.
So we're
The worst fucking
sitting there. We're like, okay, let's play. And he's like, what did I just do?
Was that where you're just hitting X, 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 X?
He hit square,
Oh.
thinking he was hitting X, and
Yeah, and I just you ever
read the
know, like when you
confirmation.
like you're not really paying attention, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden it kind of clicks. You're like, well, that was different.
yeah.
And
Yeah, because you're used to a certain series of, and you don't really read it. You just see,
yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
just like, and then just horror, just absolute horror struck me.
But then I created a character and we powered through. Brought you back
Yeah,
up.
but still, it was, and it was almost as bad as when I killed the item.
That's what I was just thinking.
I was thinking that
I
too.
think honestly that was worse.
I had
Because it fucked you for your whole game.
game.
I had a
It's
list
really hard.
of everything Brendan had given me, and it's like, okay, so he gave me this sword. Write down the. So you dropped your phone again.
I don't give a fuck about my phone.
And I had this like page of just.
Because I don't even remember.
It was
I
so
don't-
good.
What like did I? I don't know how I didn't lose items from killing him.
Maybe it was probably right at the beginning, and you just didn't even.
It was pretty early on.
Or like I picked everything up. Oh, I think I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I had to deal
Oh.
with like being overburdened. Like,
so good.
Man, that was awful.
Oh, this podcast is a train wreck.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know it'd be cool to see a new writer come into Borderlands.
Yeah.
Telltale did an amazing job with that universe in Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, I have to play that.
You do.
I do.
As
And
do
you do.
I.
Do
But
it.
it's cool because Borderlands actually has quite the lore now.
Yeah.
It's
It got.
quite the story, and I've heard the pre-sequel is actually really good, and I really endorsed the pre-sequel. I didn't get around to playing it because those games are really fun playing with like 4 full players and playing through.
Well, it's coming to next gen. I don't know if I'm going to spend the full price, but if it goes on sale a little bit from now for like $40,
Yeah.
I'd pick that up to play with you guys. The pre-sequel.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe actually beat it this time. It's annoying because I look.
Power through it.
It's annoying because I look at my Steam page. I've got 40 hours in Borderlands and 46 in Borderlands 2. I have 86 hours combined and didn't beat.
They're pretty but those games have really fun and engaging side quests.
Yeah.
They do, yeah.
So that's just it. You get
The guy's like, shoot me in the nuts.
Yeah. Especially Borderlands 2. The Borderlands DLC or 2 DLCs are really good.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the news. Sony Online Entertainment has gone independent after Sony
sold them.
Yeah, sold them. And now they're the Daybreak Game Company. This doesn't affect any games that they're currently working on, so H1Z1 and PlanetSide for the PS4. It just opens more doors, and they're really excited to make some games for other consoles, according to their big...
Which is funny because they've predominantly been developing for PC and
Only
Xbox.
PC,
Like
only
H1Z1's
PC.
only PCs.
Or I guess DC Universe Online came to PS3 and PS4.
Right, but that's what they were using for PlanetSide 2, which is yet to come out for the PS4.
Yeah.
And H1Z1, which is going to be coming out for PS4.
Eventually,
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see those games start branching out. I bet you they've had in their back pocket the Xbox code for DC Online. And just throw that there, and then they'll get so many people because it's free.
Yeah.
So, and then, yeah. So I think that's a good thing. Sony needs to start throwing things away because they're hemorrhaging money.
They actually, they had their earnings announcement today, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe, I just skimmed it, I think they're back in the black.
Back in black.
They shipped way more PlayStations than expected.
Oh, that's good.
They shipped 6.5 million in the last quarter of last year, so they're at like 20 million shipped or something, which is on pace with the original Wii.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was more than expected, so their shares are up like 10% today, and I think that saved their overall revenue.
Oh.
I believe they're in the black. They're still losing money in like their TV and phone department.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're losing money in the phone department. Their phones are...
And I want to
good,
get their
but-
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Waiting for that plan.
That's,
But yeah, it's good. It seems like they're spinning off everything that they need to, and just... I can honestly see one day where they're just PlayStation.
That may happen.
And that might make sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo's just games, basically. There's no reason...
and just the other manufacturers for other stuff are so predominant right now. Mostly Samsung, right?
Yeah,
Samsung
it's
is
Samsung
such
and
a-
Apple. Like, there's
Samsung
no...
makes is in the billions of profits. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane, right?
we didn't talk much about... Microsoft had a big Windows 10 event.
Yeah.
And it's coming to Xbox as well. They're going to get the OS is going to get a huge overhaul.
You can stream your Xbox games to your PC? Or is it the other way around?
No, the other way around would be awesome.
It would be.
You can remote play, or stream your Xbox games to a Windows 10 device.
Which I really wish you could just buy the games on the Windows and then be like,
So wait, you're
hey,
saying that I can play an Xbox game from my PC?
Yeah,
if you had an Xbox One.
yeah, you still need an Xbox One.
That's the
I
catch.
can play it from my PC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah. So
So-
it's like the Vita.
Yeah, I guess remote play or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah. It's just like the Vita, but it'll work on a tablet.
Yeah.
I think
A
not
laptop
phones,
or-
but yeah, tablet, laptop, or desktop.
Yeah.
So like I don't have much use for it. But my Vita I use because I can play my PS4 while I'm in bed or whatever.
Yeah.
But my computer's right beside my TV, so I wouldn't. But it's cool for people that have families. The Xbox is in their living room or something. The kids are watching cartoons. They can go onto their PC, plug in their Xbox One controller, and
Yeah, there's like
stream.
like John. Hey,
Yeah.
this PS4 isn't actually yours.
Yeah. I know. I see him online sometimes. I'm always scared to message him because I don't know who's actually using it.
Yeah.
Remember, was it here when he remoted in?
Yeah.
And then Joe was trying to watch a movie.
Yeah.
That's great. That's cool though.
Yeah. And there's a lot of... I don't fully understand it. There's like... they're trying to streamline everything, and there's going to be like apps will just be for Windows 10, which means they'll work for like Xbox, Windows.
They're gonna make it kind of
Yeah.
what
Generic.
Apple does.
They've been
Yeah,
going like that
exactly.
for a while with their Windows Mobile, but they're going even more
It's been hard because the way Apple's works is so simplified that like
they have their own
hard
closed
to make
environment.
things for it,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Windows, like, because it's
But you've been seeing Windows getting more and more tight on those things. And Jeff, we may have talked about this already, but I don't know if we have on the podcast.
Okay. I'm ready.
Are you prepped?
Yeah.
You all prepped? Good.
Just spit it out.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Dragon's Dogma Online has been announced. So take a second.
We're going to temper our excitement for a couple of reasons.
Nope. We're just going to let this sit. Drink it in. Yeah, just drink it in. One of my favorite games is becoming a free-to-play MMO.
Sort of.
That's what the commercial said.
It's not an MMO.
Yeah, it's going to be an MMO.
It has MMO style gameplay. It's not an MMO.
It's going to be an MMO.
It's not an MMO.
Okay, Destiny.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it probably will just end up being
That's
similar to
the impression
Destiny.
I get.
God
is
damn
that it's similar to
it.
Destiny.
Anyways,
Okay.
it's been announced. Now, for years, Capcom has kind of been teasing everyone with a sequel to Dragon's Dogma. We've heard things from various sources,
Yeah.
mainly Capcom. And so for it to be announced is perfect. Side note, only in the East.
Yeah. There's
So-
only Japan right now.
Only
right?
Japan right now. This is the rumors that happened before, and this is the rumor that happened. I think it's been happening a couple times. But what I've noticed with games that get announced like this, it's usually about a year after it comes out, and then it's in the West.
Yep.
Great example of that is Soul Sacrifice Delta. That was announced. I was super excited about it, and it's like only in the East. Completely forgot about it until the day it came out. So
This is Capcom, so who knows?
well, I mean, the guy came from Capcom.
Yeah.
Hinafune. I'm saying that wrong. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma Online is out there. Happy. So happy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were kind of upset that they're going free to play online.
I think this is good.
It's good. I think the situation they're in, Dragon's Dogma, we love it. It didn't sell a lot. It sold around 1 million copies combined.
Oh, it's so good, though.
I think the reason it's taken so long is they're not sure. They don't want to fund a sequel because it's a very risky. It's still a niche game.
Yeah.
And this way, the free to play model gives them.
So good.
Yeah, it's
a perfect
whether or
fit.
not you like free to play, those games make money. They make a shitload of money. Like,
I'll be throwing money at that game for sure.
yeah. So it's good. It's
And then with that and Deep Down.
which is kind of strange because there's some similarities there. I'm kind of
Which is why, like, when that was announced, I went Deep Down, DD, Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. And then we saw gameplay for it, and I'm like, I'm still interested.
yeah.
Because Deep Down, they took a lot of concepts from Dark Arisen.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, perfect. And then I was like, okay, yeah, that still works.
I was worried about the combat in Dragon's Dogma Online, and then I saw him jump on the back of a fucking monster and start. I was like,
so
oh, yeah, it's
good.
Dragon's Dogma.
He's
So-
using Gouge.
Can we
being the
say
assassin.
best combat in an RPG?
I almost want to say best combat ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's different. Hard to say, right? Like, there's different types of.
Yeah. No, I think it's the
Like,
best
definitely-
combat.
Yeah, it's just fast paced and satisfying. I guess
Yeah,
is the best
and
word.
it's like easy to use.
Yeah.
You hit a button and changes the arrows because we both played archers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm playing an assassin which uses archers.
You're
so.
saying that Dark Souls combat isn't easy?
No, I'm saying that if you took these controls and played oh my god.
But then it would ruin. Dark Souls is a slower.
Yeah.
You can't.
Except
they're both
for
good.
Except for Bloodborne.
I was just gonna say
It's not
I'll have
slow.
to- I'll have
Yeah.
to debate until we play Bloodborne, I
Yeah.
guess, because it looks like it's.
Well, I was going to throw that on here, actually. There's lots of Bloodborne news coming out.
Yeah,
There was the
yeah.
first 18 minutes, which I haven't watched. I'm kind of... Don't want to spoil too much.
That's me too.
Just
I like loaded up and just kind of skipped to a couple of random points of it. I was like, yep, looks good. Looks good.
But yeah, I'm excited about those games. Last bit of news, ladies and gentlemen. Because I skipped it because I saw Dragon's Dogma, even though I wrote it down like minutes before.
Yeah.
After a year of no big updates, or no updates at all, I didn't confirm, Starbound got a huge update and almost completely changes the game. I had the list. I think I closed the window. It's full of new tutorial. You get a new AI on your ship. You have an AI on your ship. You can upgrade your ship.
Whereas before, it was
whatever you had,
fuel and blah blah.
yeah, and you could travel. Now it's like you can like make your ship whatever the hell you want it to be. You got new biomes. You got a new character race. I'm just trying to remember everything now. You get a gun at the beginning of the game. In fact, I got 2 guns when I played.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, so it was like sweet. I can kill things. But yeah, it was fun when I jumped
I
in
liked
really
it.
quick.
I just think that we literally played it right after playing how many 100 fucking hours of Minecraft.
Yeah.
So I think we were just burnt out on the same sort of thing. Right? It just felt like you were starting over,
And
it was in beta.
Yeah.
Else.
But this is not the full release. This was just the first update in about a year.
That's what's crazy that this game is not full release yet.
Yeah.
Because they just added large bosses on planets.
Wow.
So, like, crazy stuff. And then I was talking to someone who, his brother was playing it, and they found, like, a gnome village in a cave. But if you walk through the village, you're, like, breaking the houses of the gnomes. Because they're ridiculously small in this game. And you would hear, like, the screams. I was like, oh my god, that's awesome.
Speaking of games that have taken a long time to come out, have you guys followed Star Citizen?
I followed a little bit.
I was like, I knew about it because of how much money. Was it like 70 million?
Yeah.
Like the biggest Kickstarter ever.
Yeah.
And I saw like a bit of video of it, and I didn't know it looked so fucking good.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like another typical indie game. Like the graphics in that shit are insane.
Have you played Warframe on the PC lately?
No, but I heard the PS4 is a totally different game from what we played, and I heard it's amazing. I re-downloaded it recently, actually.
Try playing on the PC.
Yeah.
Holy crap! There was like a Giant Bomb did a quick look.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Like looks.
Was it different? Because the PS4 one got a recent update too. Is it not the same?
I don't know if it's the same update, but they're completely not synced anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's like crazy.
Yeah, because the PS4 one, I booted it up about a month ago because I heard it had big changes. Like, it looks totally, the interface is all different. It seems like a totally different game.
I may have to re-download that.
And I heard it's really good, so I wouldn't mind giving it a shot again.
Yeah. Maybe we can do a little non-couch play.
Oh, we could do that tomorrow.
No, let's do the couch play tomorrow.
Okay.
I need actual stuff to record.
Okay.
And that's it for the news. Now, we had a talking point. I think we should save that.
Yeah, we're a little tight for time.
We're a little tight for time as we've already been over an hour. So let's talk about what's coming out this week. And timestamp it because I love doing that. February 3rd.
Okay, yeah.
Don't do that.
No, timestamping's good.
Yeah. So this week, Criminal Girls, Invite Only, came out for the PS Vita. I just wanted to say it like that.
The description for this game is so...
I want to go home and watch the video of Greg Miller playing this. Excited about it. It'll probably keep me up at night, because...
For those who don't know, you're basically like...
Are you a bad cop?
There's these girls that are going to hell and you have to save them and redeem them.
Oh my goodness.
But sometimes they misbehave and have to be punished. So it's like you beat them up and abuse them and do other stuff.
There's a game.
It's very graphic.
There's a game I'm thinking of.
Is this like an 18A game?
Oh yeah, but the girls are not 18.
Invite Only.
It's a Japanese game, so
yeah.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say, I watch a lot of Game Grumps. They're awesome. I'm name dropping a lot this episode.
You are.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
If anyone's seen the Sakura Spirit gameplay that they've done, maybe I don't want to throw it on Brendan's TV because people walk by.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
And it's poorly written, and they do all the good voices for it. Anyways, what else comes out this week? Apotheon?
Apotheon.
Yes, got it. Comes out for the PC, Mac, Linux, and PS4.
Didn't we say that earlier?
We're
that's
just talking about the free PS Plus games, but
free
it's
for the
also a new
PS4.
release this week.
But it's out for all these other platforms.
Oh.
If you listen to what I said afterwards,
God, why don't you listen?
you would have heard that. Anyways, Game of Thrones Episode 2, The Lost Lords, on all platforms.
Funny story. Tales of Borderlands came up before Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones already has an episode 2.
That's crazy.
Telltale gonna Telltale. But they just released a new teaser for Tales from the Borderlands Episode 2. And when they release teasers, it usually means it's like a week or two away.
Yeah.
Totally. 'Cause
Yeah.
they talked about this not even a full 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's out already.
Yeah.
Nice. I may have to buy the next game.
Risk?
Risk.
It's modern Risk.
Dude, we can...
A modern
Oh my god, we
video
could
game?
stream
Yeah, it's like
Risk.
modern armies and stuff. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to check how much it is first. Because I don't have a lot of money.
$40.
I'll just stream it by myself. Well, because the Monopoly came out.
I know, we should get that too.
Yeah, and I saw... Yeah. Oh my god. Board game night! Anyway.
You guys are fucking cute.
SpongeBob... SpongeBob Hero Pants comes out with the 3DS, 360, and PS
Day
Vita.
one.
Day one.
Do you guys want to go to the movie?
Actually, I kind of do. Looks awesome. And Grow Home.
Is this a sequel to Gone Home?
It has nothing to do with Gone Home. I don't know what it is. I threw it on there, so it was coming out.
Oh, okay. It's coming out with PC.
Or a little light on content coming out.
What are you talking about? Criminal Girls is going to take all your nights. All of them.
If it does, I don't know you.
Anyways, that has been... Oh, wait. Whoa. I almost jumped the gun. Are we talking about what we're going to be playing?
No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not? Okay. We're changing the podcast. Oh, God. That's been J14 Gaming. J14 Gamecast? I said that wrong. I'm dying. Thank you for watching. You can get us, reach us, view us, whatever, at twitch.tv/J14 Gaming. YouTube at J14 Gaming.
YouTube.com/J14
I always do that
Gaming.
because I'm saying Twitter.
On Twitter at
J14 Gaming. There we go.
Yeah.
And we have the website for the time being. J14gaming.com. I'm missing stuff.
That's okay.
Apple.
Yes, you can get us on iTunes. If,
Sort of.
We're a little behind.
A lot behind. It's a lot
We're,
of episodes.
we're like 6 episodes, maybe 7 episodes behind. We are working
We'll fix
on
it.
some of the kinks that we've run into. We're going to be changing some things and all that. We have a new show that's finally out that we're doing stuff for.
Play.
Couch Play. It's us playing a game, sitting there, shooting the shit. It's awesome. You can go watch that. If you're on iTunes and you happen to like stuff, give us a rating. Give us a little note. Like, good or
Only if it's
bad.
a good rating, though.
No, good or bad, because we may need to fix stuff.
No, I agree with Jeff.
Okay. You can do that on YouTube as well. No one's going to listen to this, so I don't really care. So,
Cool.
that's J4D Gaming, where we bring the party to you.
Assholes.